Hey everybody, how are you? It is B.A.D.A.S Brown and it is Wednesday, Women Creating the Change Within. Women Creating the Change Within. Thank you so much. Happy Wednesday. Um, I'm really excited about what I'm going to be sharing with you today. We're going to be talking about social withdrawal. That's right. Social withdrawal, which is also um, said as isolation. And it's a really deep topic. And, I'm probably, not going to get many viewers on this topic, but that's okay because I'm still going to share this topic and I'm still going to share what needs to be said for you to overcome the isolation in your life. So please type in where you are viewing from. We will, we're keeping a tally of who's watching and where. And so far, we're in 4 countries and the United States and Alaska. So I'm really, really excited about that. I mean, Alaska is a part of the United States, but Alaska is a little tip out. I feel outside sometimes. Um, but with that being said, thank you so much for choosing to jump on in. So let's get started, right? So being withdrawn is a choice. It's a choice. It's a state of complete lack of contact between individual to individual or individual to society. Um, you have certain degrees. You have seasonal, you have clinical, you have post traumatic, you have postpartum, and you have borderline, right? Borderline, what do you mean by that? Borderline personalities. So I'm only going to speak on one today, though, and I'm going to be talking about season. And it's important that you take notes because you may have a loved one going through this, or you may be going through this and never knew it. Um, and it's a tunnel, right? And it can keep you trapped where you can't get out. So let me introduce myself. If this is the first time you're viewing, thank you so much. My name is B.A.D.A.S Brown, and I am the founder of Pathway to Prosper Academy. I am also, oops, that just popped up. Okay, let me bring that back down. My apologies. Don't know how that started. So let's start again. I am the founder of Pathway to Prosper Academy, and I'm also the creator of the B.A.D.A.S Movement. I communicate strategies with individuals so they can come out of suffering in silence by executing my tools in order to come away from a fixed mindset, adopt a growth mindset with our B.A.D.A.S concept so they will make the choice of becoming blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success while walking their own pathway, achieving their dreams to a successful lifestyle. So, with that being said, a little housekeeping rules. By no means am I a clinician or am I a psychotherapist. I am a life coach. And with my certification and with my um, life experiences I'm able to share with you. I'm also a researcher, so I will be giving you some stats. And I complement the healthcare industry. I do not add or do I take away. And I certainly do not diagnose. So, with that being said, please like and please share my beautiful live today. And let's get started, eh? So, social isolation differs from loneliness, right? A lot of times people can get confused. Loneliness can lead to social isolation or withdrawal syndrome, right? It can be temporary. It's involuntary lack of contact. There isn't an age that can differ from this. All can be affected. All can be affected. And also, it can be a learned behavior. So if the parents have the social withdrawal or the isolation, right, they can actually teach that feeling to their younger children, and then in turns is a repetitive cycle. So the isolation cycle is considered different types, and all are validated as a real feeling towards the persons involved. So you have to validate the person's feelings, right? Because it's real. It's real to them, right? And you have to be compassionate to how they feel. True isolation can be chronic and it could affect the existence of the individual, right? So, the isolation cycle can lead to feelings of loneliness, fear, depression, and negative self esteem. This can affect the mood of the person, and they may want to justify their actions. Wikipedia states that the University of Sydney did research with women and with men in isolated situations. And they noticed that social isolation contributed to men wanting, thinking that they were, that they wanted to commit suicide. They had higher numbers. A lack of social relationship can negatively impact the development of the brain structure of any individual. Deep-rooted social isolation can mean staying home for indefinite periods of time, a desire to be alone, not contacting, not being connected, never being called by anyone, or having any visits, right? A lack of meaningful, full, extended relationships. Some factors to think about that may be contributing to these withdrawn periods could possibly be domestic violence, family occurrences, health or disability, loss of a spouse, living alone, unemployment, transportation issues, and missing special events. You see, years ago, many, many, many moons ago, I was withdrawn. Why? Because I was being bullied, right? I didn't feel anyone liked me. I didn't fit anywhere. And even now as an adult, I feel that I don't fit anywhere. But you want to know something? I realized yesterday while I was thinking about the topic that I was going to be sharing with you today, and with the conversation with my husband, Jesus went through through that, where he didn't fit here and he didn't fit here. But you know what? He didn't take social isolation. He didn't. He didn't want to run and withdraw himself. Yeah, he went away to go pray so that he can have, you know, endowment of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, so that he can have the power to set people free, right? But he didn't go away to purposely hide or run from people. That's something to think about. You see, I ran away from the ones that loved me, from the ones that supported me, from the ones that gave me that push. And I ran to negative people, right? And they fed me lies. Now, mind you, I was young, I was naive, right? And I didn't really know what I wanted in life. And eventually I found out it was a mirage. It was my own hidden hurts that confused me. And I learned how to overcome social isolation, right? With social isolation, I missed out on so much time. I did. I wasted time, I missed out on time, and I can never get that back. But what's great about overcoming isolation is that you can start from the day you wake up and you realize that you can do this and you can overcome this. That's the first day that you start, and you'll be able to mend relationships, and you'll be able to heal yourself and change yourself within. So I'm here to give you one tip, right? One tip that really helped me. And again, I was thinking about this because this is a sensitive subject for people. They don't want to talk about this. They don't want to, pick up the rug and sweep all the stuff that they've swept under the rug, right? I used to be there, you know. Um, I would just shut down and just be like, I don't want to talk about it, right? Why? Because I was taught. I was taught that, right? And by looking in the mirror, right, and seeing who I was then and who I am now, I can say that I'm a badass, right? And that's why I chose that word when I asked, who am I, Madai? You know, and I said, I'm fearless, I'm cancer free, I'm a badass. But I didn't know the significance behind badass. And the Holy Spirit had to share with me, that's right, you're blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success, right? So, my one tip that I can share with you, my one aha moment, right? Because we all need these aha moments in our life. We all have to overcome something in our life. If it's not, being in isolation or social withdrawal, it could be depression. If it's not depression, it could be doubt. If it's not doubt, it could be fear. If it's not fear, it could be anxiety, or it could be negative self-talk, or it could be negative thinking, or listening to dream killers and dream stealers, or sabotaging yourself, right? You have to understand that you can overcome it. That's right. And you have to believe in yourself that you can do it. And it's okay to feel that fear for a moment. And it's okay to fear that, to feel that doubt in a moment, but let them subside. If you have to vent, then take it out of your system and vent. But don't wallow in it, right? Don't wallow in it the way pigs wallow in their dirt, right? You don't want to stay there, right? You want to rise above it, okay? So if you're ready for this number one tip, hashtag ready, right? And if you're one that can relate to my story or to the content that I gave you today, I want you to put a blue heart in the comments below. because then I know that I can contact you and maybe we can get together and talk it out, right? So, number one tip is learn to love yourself. That's right. Learn to love yourself. It's so simple. When you learn to love yourself, then you'll be saying to yourself, well, I love myself so much, I'm going to take myself out to a movie. Or I'm going to go to the coffee shop and I'm going to read a great book, you know? Or I'm going to go to an art museum by myself. Or I'm going to take myself out to eat for a fancy dinner, right? Or I'm going to get my nails done and my feet done, right? Something that's going to make you feel valuable. Guys, if you're watching this live, you can get yourself a haircut, right? Get yourself an edge up, go out, get a nice outfit, maybe some new shoes, right? You could take yourself out to the movies. You could take yourself out to dining, right? It's all about loving yourself. When you're able to love yourself, then you'll be okay by taking yourself out. So when I first started doing this, I felt so uncomfortable. I felt weird. Why? Because it was something that I was experiencing new for the first time, right? And it was something that I'd never done before. Take myself out to get my nails done by myself. I always had my bestie with me, right? Take myself out to dinner. I always had a friend with me, right? Or go out shopping and get myself. I always had somebody around me. Why? Because I was afraid of being alone. So what did I do? I stayed by myself at home with the people that I loved. See, my withdrawal, my social withdrawal was different. I couldn't be me by myself outside. Why? Because I didn't love myself as much as I loved people. I studied people so much that I didn't know who I was, right? So once I realized this, I was able to initiate the process of overcoming the social withdrawal, right? So I began to train myself. I go to the supermarket and I make common conversation in an aisle or at the register or with the deli person or with the bakery person, a customer. I began to train myself till it began to feel comfortable. See, I didn't wait on them. Who knew? Maybe they had the same issue as I did. I was the initiator. And becoming the initiator, I began to build my confidence. You see, being socially withdrawn or being lonely is actually by choice. 9 times out of 10, the reason why people become a hermit is because they don't have friends that they can relate to. And then they begin to have limited beliefs. But it's time to come away from the limited beliefs and it's time to maximize on your relationships. You see, don't undervalue your old friends. If they don't call you or if they don't initiate a day out, that's okay. Initiate a date out by yourself. They'll come around, make new friends, but don't overvalue your new friends either. Because then what happens is you're just going to start the cycle all over again. Prepare yourself so that you'll be able to take yourself out, enjoy your outing. It will begin to empower you. It will motivate you. It's a confidence builder. And you will be okay. Now, if you're that type of person that may have that anxiety build up, as I did in my first trial experience, breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Natural breaths, and just begin to handle it, right? Harness it, because that's what our month is about, right? Our topic for the month, harness your failures and make it a strength. You're going to be able to harness that withdrawal or isolation or loneliness, and you're going to make it a strength so that you can create the change within you and it will build confidence. So thank you so much for joining this live. I was so very excited to have you on. Now, you must be going, okay, Madai, where do I go from here? Well, there's three types of people that that I'm probably talking to today. I'm talking to, ones that are comfortable in their state, right? And they go, I just love me. That's just the way that I enjoy my peace, right? And that's okay. I validate that feeling. But sometimes we fall back into procrastination. Why? Because it's familiar to us. Why? Because we enjoy it, we desire it to the point of that we begin to lose time. And then before you know it, your loved ones are all grown up. You may look at your situation and say, I don't need to change it. Okay. But you have to understand that with this, with learning how to be more confident, with learning how to come away from social withdrawal or isolation or being lonely, it's going to help you build you so that you can either be that badass-preneur, that career mom that can handle, that job, right? Handle life as a single mom, or that wife that works 100% of the time, business women, small business owners. You may feel overworked, overwhelmed, no time, and isolating yourself gives you peace of mind. But sometimes that can confuse you, and you can get into the point of losing more time running away from the situation versus heading it face on. So I invite you to join my free tribe today. You won't be disappointed. Researchers, me too. I gave you some research today, right? From the University of Sydney. A little bit of points from Wikipedia. And you can view my About section in Pathway to Prosper Academy. My website's there. My link is there. You know, you can press happy, go for it. You know, but I have to say this. What separates me from other life coaches is that I have taken principles from the Bible and I have applied it to life and to business, which has created my movement. If your heart is moving towards this direction of joining Pathway to Prosper, that leap of faith, you won't be disappointed. And I mean, it's free. Join today. Movers and shakers. I'm a mover, I'm a shaker, right? And I'm here to show you, I'm here to teach you, I'm here to influence you, and to show you how to be a badass, how to become blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success, how to overcome these situations that may be plaguing your life. Let me tell you something. I am a student of the University of Hard Knocks, right? And my life experiences were my lessons. And I took my lessons and I made it my niche. And I grew in my habitat and I was able to birth Pathway to Prosper. Now, with this being said, if you're sick and tired, if you're a career mom that wants change, you're a single mom and you want someone to vent to, you know, you're overlooked, overwhelmed, overworked, and have no time, then you need to join Pathway to Prosper Academy, right? Because this is a place where you won't have no judgment, you'll get the encouragement, and you'll find out that there's other women out there that are experiencing the same thing you are. Who knew, right? Because when we're in our issue, we think we're the only one going through, but we're not. And that's why I'm here to help you, right? To help you so that you can be able to harness these failures, right? We've all fallen forward one time or more, right? And if we can harness it and make it our strength, we'll be able to create the change within us, right? So join my free tribe. We'll be happy that that you made the choice to come in, right? And remember, after this live, Facebook gives you the choice to turn your notifications on. Please do. And please remember to gift this live to somebody. If you know somebody that's going through social withdrawal, loneliness, or isolation, let them know that you're here and that you thought about them seeing this live. So my name is B.A.D.A.S.S Lopez Brown, and I am your life coach. I'm the founder of Pathway to Prosper Academy, and I'm the creator of the B.A.D.A.S.S movement. I communicate strategies to individuals so they can come out of suffering in silence by executing my tools to let go of a fixed mindset, adopt a growth mindset by my badass concepts, so they will make the choice in becoming blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success while obtaining their goals to walk their own pathway to prosper, while achieving their dreams to a successful lifestyle. Remember, the best way to be beautiful is by being you. Have a great day. Bye.